Hey guys, welcome back to 8 Steps Forensics. Now here in our final module of Prose, we're going to be talking about making your moments memorable. So the first way you can do this is through use of repetition. Now you can use repetition in two ways. You can either use it textually or performance-wise. Textually, you can use the repetition to say lines over again, or phrases, or just keep the idea and line in your judge's mind. This will allow them to always remember you as the person that said, "I like cookies," or "I believe I can fly." These lines don't have to always hold meaning, but it's better if they lead up and help build up your piece. So while you're building up your piece, you're also creating a memorable line for your judge and audience. You can also use repetition in the way of physicality. So you can always go back to a certain position, always go back to a certain action, always be doing the same thing over and over again throughout the piece. That way your judge will remember you as the person that consistently reloaded a gun or had to get cigarettes every 5 minutes or anything. Again, you want to use it to help build up your piece and to your climax, but also create lasting images in your judge's and audience's mind. Next, we're going to talk about silence and duration. Now, when you're holding out an image or a line, you want to be quiet with it so your judge and audience can just let it set in, but you also want to time it out to the point where it's not awkward or just seems unnecessary. So you're going to try and find that balance between long enough to resonate, but short enough just so it makes sense and flows and doesn't seem unnecessary. Because if you try to push too much of a moment over into your audience, it's not going to work and it's just going to seem very messy and untidy. Lastly, we're going to talk about the lasting lines. Now, these lines I'm talking about are ones that are filled with a lot of meaning. They pertain a lot to the piece or society or the message that you're holding and discussing about. These lines can be scattered throughout the piece, and when you say these lines, you want it to be filled with emotion and very clear so your audience can understand it and your judge can comprehend it, because these are the message that you're trying to get across to your audience and judge. Not to mention the last line of your piece, which is also one of the most important lines of any performance, because it wraps everything up. So I just want to say thank you guys for watching. Take a look at other events, and my lasting line is going to be take the right step with 8 steps.